on FM, on your smartphone, and online. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. David Johnson, Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Mix the thespian feel Tuesday spotlight on Happy Hour. Eddie Duck on Friday with some snacks on Happy Hour. Laugh a little louder while the whole world swirls. Hanging out in the chat will change your world on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. Oh, Happy Hour. Happy Hour. On Happy Hour.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy stuff back from going to WACV Friday edition. Means Eddie Bader is here and he's got the snack. And a much more glorious Terry Adams, the Prime Minister, taking his seat.
And here they are.
Yeah, I know. That's my reputation.
Bad man.
3:14, and wow. I think we're going to start with this afternoon. This just came across my little newswire here.
Mr. Electric presents the most electrifying story of the day. For service, installation, and upfront pricing, call Mr. Electric at 245-1566. Here with today's high voltage news, it's Greg Budell.
I'll put this up on Facebook, YouTube, one of those social media things.
There we go.
And this is in Jefferson County. Apparently, you can do drive-by curbside voting there.
What?
Yeah.
How nice. How convenient.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Why is this even going on?
You tell me.
Several alarming videos released by voters in Jefferson County taken on May 19th during and after the primary election because the Democrats cheat 24/7.
Yes.
It's all they've got. One video appears to show a poll worker carrying a ballot out to the front door of the polling place, handing it to an individual waiting in the passenger side of a vehicle. While the voter was casting his ballot, two separate individuals, including one wearing a T-shirt for State Representative Patrick Sellers, Democrat from Birmingham, approached the voter seated inside the truck and handed him voter guides. I mean, can you be a little less subtle about the cheat?
It's just in your face because they know nothing's going to happen.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Kind of just, there's without a doubt evidence, yet nobody's going to jail. I don't get it.
There's Cory Booger on TV, speaking of assholes, who said that ICE is, what's he calling it? Concentration camp. Yet here, a story that continues to raise my hackles.
Uh-oh.
Four young kids killed by a drunk driver in a wrong way wreck by an illegal alien. So, F you, Cory Booger. You look like you're insane. Has anybody ever taken the time to have you tested? But I know you get elected, but the standards are so low, I'm not surprised. 4 young lives lost by somebody who shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Yep.
And then you wonder why. And ICE, they're out there. That's their job, to find people who don't belong here, especially the criminals who have already been here and committed crimes. They don't care. Because they knew under Biden they would be protected, and now they got to, run like the rats they are. Their job is to catch them. That makes all of us safer. You're picking the wrong fight, moron. Because even as dumb as New Jersey can be, one of these days they're going to wake up to what you really are.
Yeah.
Piece of crap. Here's Dennis.
Hey guys,
Hey.
is there any election officials on there that are running for a federal office
That I don't know.
Yeah, I
in
don't know.
Birmingham?
I honestly don't know. All the story is the videos that captured the curbside voting.
Can't believe that.
What balls? I
Yeah.
mean, really. And I want to make sure that that fat ass that's out there handing the ballot to the guy in the car, goes to jail.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah, you're right, though, Terry.
If,
Terry's
if,
exactly
if
right.
there's a federal position on that ballot, they need to get the marshals involved in that.
Well,
That's right.
U.S. Marshal.
one thing I can do is I can email it to my friend in Senator Tuberville's office. Just unbelievable, you know? And it makes
Yeah,
you,
absolutely.
they just have been getting away with crap for years and years and years, hiding behind their race when they get caught, or it's just another racist, you know. I'm so sick of all of it. Just
Yeah, well,
stop it. That's what needs to happen. And put the people in jail so that others won't be tempted.
Right.
It's not that
that's
complicated.
what. If there's a federal position on that ballot, they need to get the U.S. Marshal involved in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to go to jail.
I agree.
Push that button, Greg. Make it happen, man.
Yeah, well, I don't have quite the clout people think I do, but
What are you talking about? You're Greg Bedell.
I'm just raising awareness.
People are announcing on Facebook
Thanks,
that
Dennis.
they met you in public today.
What?
People are announcing on Facebook they met you in public today. You should be overwhelmed by the amount of people that are just loving Greg Budell. Kind of pissing me off. And I hadn't seen you ride your bike in a little while. You know, I've been carrying around a dozen eggs waiting for this bike rider to Cloverdale. And
Thanks for reminding me. My bike is in the custody
Oh,
of a young man named Jody Clement who does bike seats, and he got a place up northwest of William. Build. I don't have the card handy.
you're getting some reupholstery done on the bike?
You know, I played that whole clip to open the show, and it wasn't an audition, so nobody frickin' heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I here on a Friday afternoon? Yeah. That's what I need. Sorry about that. That heads up came from Skipper, and I just saw it. So my apologies for those who are dead air for 7 minutes. This is who? Oh?
No. Don't worry
Oh.
about it.
Okay, good. Otherwise, how are things? The economy seems to be doing really, really well. Where did the Dow finish today? Oh, it's at 51,000. That I think that's good, right? Green is good. I see a lot of green
Above the
in the
50s?
indexes today.
As a rule, green is good.
Yeah.
But now, that being said, how do you feel like the war in Iran is going, and how are you gauging that?
Clearly, there has been some missteps here.
Yeah.
Among them, putting a time frame out there
Thank you.
that has long been abandoned,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not good.
No, the longer it goes on, the worse our chances are. That's just the way it works.
I hate
Vietnam all over again.
the only way to get rid of that nation. Unfortunately, I know there's people there that would like to be free, but they've got to be decimated. I mean, they've got to be
Regime
literally-
change. The whole structure's got to go.
all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. And it may grow back just like a cancer does, but that's what they are. They are the biggest ass cancer on the planet.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, I was reading a thing about Texas today doing what they can to stop the Islamification of America and Texas, and that's their goal. Submit.
Yeah.
Well, people don't seem to understand that this isn't the first go-round of what you were just mentioning happening in the world and America, especially.
Right.
We fought this fight before. Founding
Yes.
fathers did.
Mm-hmm.
Way back.
Yep.
Yeah, this goes to the 18th century.
Yeah,
early
because they
18th century.
believe that their God, Allah, gives them the right to kill us infidels. If
Yep.
we don't think the way they think, they have the right to kill us.
And not just to kill you. They can lie. They do whatever it takes to eliminate you.
And
Yeah.
so whoever's negotiating with these people,
Yeah. Good luck.
you need to understand that whatever they tell you, they're probably going to lie to
Yeah.
you.
And by the way, if you are looking for any type of electrical installation repair, you got something. It's if something is behaving oddly that's run by electricity in your home, don't let that sit. That's crazy. That's like asking.
I was asking for more trouble, isn't it?
Please come by and burn my house down. Call Mr. Electric. I have used them so many times over the years. They hire incredible techs and professional electricians to diagnose, do an installation, whatever. If you're having something that runs on electricity stalled, there are things out there that you can do yourself. I don't trust me when it comes to electricity, so I called them and get it done right the first time. Reach out at MrElectric.com. You can get all the information on the company there, and they're really, really good at what they do. I've used them so many times. 324, why don't we move ahead here to the traffic dungeon? I think later on this afternoon, I know the Movie Maven's going to join us around 5:35. And we'll probably do a little stand-up here and there. And I want to keep it light, but I'm sorry. When I see people voting through the window of their car in Jefferson County, this wouldn't happen in the backwoods. This is right out in public in a big city. And nobody's done anything. That pisses me off. And as the Democrats do in general. All right. Thank you, Mr. Electric. Here's Skipper.
Well, we have our first accident of the afternoon, East Boulevard at Kalmar. It's northbound on the East Boulevard, so please use caution there. Light to moderate traffic everywhere else. We're building just a little bit around the Montgomery area. Prattville, Millbrook, and Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. Thompson Tractor, proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special, the new Cat 255 compact track loader. 0% financing for 36 months, only $75,955. Thompson Tractor, off I-85, just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. That changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar, located over here on that beautiful Alabama River. Let's talk about some fun times on the river. We got a new thing going on down here. We got a little challenge for you because I know everybody back in January wanted to lose weight and wanted to get in shape and went down there to the gym, and now you hadn't been back in a while. You can come down here, and we got a little thing for you. We got a little weed eater challenge. All you got to do is come down here and have a good workout. We got plenty of room for you. You can get down here and work on the side of these hills. It's exciting. There's all kind of stretching. You don't go stretch muscles like that at the gym, I promise. You'll also work on your balance, you know your cardio, your heart's going to get to pumping, especially if you see a spider or a snake or something. That'll really get your cardio going. So I think you'll find it a good time and a good workout. And don't forget, back to the live music, Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Miss E.G. Kite's in town, Miss Georgia Songbird. Check it all out, CapitalOysterBar.com. Go to our Facebook page, see what's going on. Get down here, get you a good workout, and 4 o'clock showtime Sunday. Boom, shakalaka.
If you're a local business owner doing digital marketing, quick question. Are you getting the results you should be? At Blue Water Broadcasting, we see clients every day who thought their digital was working okay until we showed them a more cost-effective way to run their digital. With 7 radio stations and a full suite of digital solutions, we offer everything from search ads and social media to targeted OTT display and more. We don't just run ads, we build strategic campaigns that drive real results. Before you renew another contract, talk to us. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Here are some fun facts for National Paperclip Day. Nobody has ever used an entire box of paper clips. MacGyver once used a paperclip, twine, and piece of gum to build a helicopter. Even though paper clips cost nothing, it's still more fun to steal them from work. Divorced dads also use paper clips to seal bags of chips. Enjoy your National Paperclip Day.
Louisiana becomes the latest state to approve a new map that is not based on race, and the Dems will likely lose a seat there. All of this stuff is going in the right direction.
Yay.
But it's not going to mean much if voter enthusiasm is suppressed in the midterms.
Yeah.
Really worried about that.
You see what it was in Alabama? It was still around 20% the other day.
When, for the first time in my memory, we had a federal bench, was it, that overruled the Supreme Court and took away the new districts
The
that
old 3-judge panel.
we legitimately passed. How did these crackpots, you know what, Biden, Obama, they pick these people knowing that they're going to reliably vote for communism.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
In any way, shape, or form they can. And they're doing exactly what they were told to do.
Exactly right.
Knowing likely the Supreme Court will overturn their decision. But we have to go through the process, right?
But when the process is just used for nothing more than a speed bump of the truth, for holding us back,
I'm
at
so
what
sick
point
of
do we
it.
just go, you know what? It's a good argument you got, but it's just not going to hold water. Be done.
And that's one of the casualties of this Iranian situation and the higher gas prices, is that it's taking the focus off all this other stuff that is good and needs to be celebrated.
Yeah, but when we hear, like with Iran and the war, I hear so many different stories. You hear Trump saying and he's negotiating, so he's going to say always positive. But then you hear other people, oh, this is going negative, and this is not going to happen. The strait's open, the strait's closed. I told Joey, the only thing I can do is look at the gas pumps, and that's how I can tell how the war's going. When it's under $4 a gallon again, which it is now, things must be going better for us.
I would think.
And it was a pretty good drop. I think the other day I saw it drop down to $3.79.
Yeah.
So something that, and I hate it, but that's the only way I can tell how things are really going.
Yeah.
Well, that will help if this thing can take root.
Yeah.
They can actually get something done. But I don't have a lot of confidence in that.
That's the thing.
Because
Look
it's
who we're
Iran, not
negotiating
because of Donald Trump.
No.
It's Iran.
Look who we're negotiating with.
Maniacs.
Oh, also, I was going to ask you, I talked to Joey about it. The new Trump $250 bill, $250 bill. I thought it was a fake. Joey said it's probably a real deal. If
No,
that's the case, would you buy one?
Well, let me start with this.
Okay.
A judge has ruled that Trump's name cannot be on the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. So that's Congress has to approve that. All right. So let's start with that.
Okay.
I believe, I don't know if it's a law or if it's a code or what the hell it is. I do believe you have to be dead to be on our money.
Okay.
I like
Might
the
be a
idea of a $250 bill because then Terry wouldn't have to carry as many hundreds around.
You know, 100 is the largest bill they make now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if they made that bill, I don't know how many people would actually use it. But like for me, I would buy it from a copy for myself, one for my grandson, one for my granddaughter, and hold on to it.
Yeah.
You know.
The guy they need to put on the 250 is named Ronald Reagan.
Oh, there you go.
That's what you need to do. It's too soon for you, Mr. Trump. I love you.
I like the idea of the Reagan, though. That's
who's going to argue with that?
That's what I'm thinking. Who can argue with that? Who can argue with that?
He had, you know, I think the Trump and Reagan politics are parallel.
Very.
Reagan had a very different way of getting his way.
Yep.
But even back then, the Democrats were cheating their asses off, and they know it.
They had to. It's the only way they could
It's the
compete.
only way. So let's see. Do we have something positive?
I don't.
TikToker who begged MAGA Lord Jesus to worsen Pam Bondi's illness loses her job.
Oh.
Good, you bitch.
Why put that out there? And then they're so shocked that, oh my God, I lost my job.
And you can bet the first person that would offer Pam Bondi any help that she might need would be Donald Trump.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's done it before. But they'll never give him credit for his countless humanitarian acts.
Oh, yeah.
Dem known for wild outfits leaving Congress after calling retirement speculation crazy. That's Frederica Wilson. I believe.
She looks nuts.
Yeah, she does. Well, Al Green's going to be gone. Who's he going to wave his cane at?
Why has it taken this long to get Al Green out?
Because we had racially gerrymandered districts with people that couldn't care less. They looked at okay, that's who I want. My
Yeah.
Lord and Masters have told me to vote Democrat, so that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter to me if he acts like somebody who just got a lunch pass out of the nut house. That's who I'm voting for. That's how they kept doing it. Look at Maxine Waters. Well, her district is so dangerous, she doesn't even live in it. But nobody would enforce that with her because then they would be a racist.
Right.
So much in this country has never been accomplished because racism, nobody wants to be called that.
But at what point does that word, and it's lost a lot of its power. But
I agree. Let's talk about the pussification of our entertainment industry.
Yeah.
With all the people that are bailing on the American 250 concert. Brett Michaels of Poison.
Martina McBride.
Do you sit down to pee now, Brett?
This lady one of her songs was Independence Day.
Yeah. Boy, read the comments.
But now I think she even had to come back and comment out on why she got out. I don't think there's no coming back for this for her.
No, there is not. They don't understand. They don't get it. They've been so inculcated in the Hollywood culture.
Yeah.
And they're still, because let's put it this way. I don't think there's all that many people on the far left, but a lot of them are in places where they can be very loud.
Mm-hmm.
They don't represent the majority of American people, not by a million years of evolution. We haven't gotten that stupid yet. But they can make so much noise and they can cause so much hassle when they pick you as you're going to do the American 250 country. You know, it's going to be a political event. Blah, 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 blah. And like if Barack Obama was president, the endless line of people begging to play at 250 just so they could kiss his ass, lick it like a popsicle on a hot day.
Yeah.
Because that's all they ever did.
You're right. No accountability.
Yeah, it's political. Oh, God. Martina McBride, you're done.
That's what at country music, mostly known for conservatives. I just don't see her coming back on this one.
No, there is
And
no
some of
coming
the other
back.
bands-
You have revealed yourself.
Yeah.
You have betrayed your core audience.
That's it.
And you're done. You're
Hopefully.
done. You'll be playing little clubs, maybe a honky tonk here and there.
That's about it.
And you're going to find yourself very lonely because most of your peers are not with you on this. Who's president? Who is president in the bicentennial year? Later on that year, he got thrown out of office, Gerald Ford. He inherited a really tough situation, but this is how the left works. They just piled on. I didn't have any problem with Ford pardoning Nixon. We didn't need to go through it for 2 years. You think the Trump-Russia collusion was bad?
After living through this?
Nixon's impeachment, and that never needed to happen. If he had just come out, you see, there's too many politicians that don't trust the American people. By that, I mean, if Nixon had come out and said, folks, I screwed up here. I made a mistake. I am responsible for this situation, this situation only. And I ask for your forgiveness.
Yeah, he'd have been all right.
He would have been fine.
Yep.
They would have tried, to keep pushing and get him out. The guy carried 49 states less than 2 years prior to that whole thing.
Yeah.
49 states.
True.
He accomplished some good things while he was in office, but his personality and his...
They bashed that personality.
Boy.
And I think
So what
it's
do we
kinda
get? We
easy.
get a mouthful of teeth and blonde hair and Jimmy Carter, and what did he do?
Oh, no, damn.
Holy crap. The only
There's-
good thing Jimmy Carter did was make Ronald Reagan possible.
Yeah.
That's all he should be remembered for. What a
amen.
waste. Well,
Jimmy Carter.
I know I sound a little angry. But it's
Motivated.
because
I'd rather go with motivated.
I'm a little motivated
Yeah.
today then. Because I'm just
Definitely motivated.
up to here with all of it. So now we got to wait for Monday. I'll play a clip and we'll come back and talk about this in a little more depth. This is the new trailer for Disclosure Day, which is coming out this summer.
All right.
And it's all about the aliens.
I don't know.
But this weekend, there's a movie called Pressure.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
And I'm going to see that.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. That's looking
I'm a
pretty
history
good.
nut. This is probably the most important weather-related decision ever made.
Oh, yeah.
Except for the one that George Bush made when he decided to steer Hurricane Katrina into New Orleans and cause all the trouble there. He was the one that did it. Shame on that little twerp for caving in to the shrieking media, taking the shame walk after the event.
Yep.
Like it was his fault. I believe FDR could have fixed that problem. That's how old that system was. He didn't do it. Harry Truman didn't do it. Eisenhower didn't fix it. JFK didn't do it. But Katrina came when Bush, same thing. Bush was president. And so it was his fault.
Yeah. Like you said, he steered it in.
And we have so retarded the mental growth of our public school students that, you leave it. They're still spewing Al Gore's crap. I got to take a break, or I'm going to have a freaking nervous breakdown right now. Traffic and then news.
Well, folks are getting out on the roads this afternoon, and we had an accident on East Boulevard right near Kalmar Drive. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. Light to moderate traffic and building around the Montgomery area, interstates, boulevards. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Davis Door and Sash is your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit DavisStoreAndSashAlabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. An Alabama Department of Transportation employee was killed in a work zone crash Thursday morning. 48-year-old Ahmad Jackson was performing routine maintenance in Bullock County when he was hit by a car. Jackson was a crew leader who had been with the department over 24 years. The exact cause of the crash remains under investigation. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in the murder of Carmilla Taylor. Taylor was shot and killed last year on June 14th in the 2800 block of East South Boulevard. A second unidentified woman was also wounded in the shooting. Anyone with information regarding the murder of Carmilla Taylor is urged to contact authorities. The Alabama State Baseball Hornets are back in the NCAA tournament for the first time in 4 years. The SWAC champions will take on number 7 overall seed Alabama tonight in the opening round of the tournament. The cross-state rivals are grouped together in the Tuscaloosa Regional, which follows a double elimination format. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home, the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
And this is a painting of my grandfather.
the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
The sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of Current Safe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe. Know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with Current Safe.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Well, hi, everybody. It's a weather pattern that's become very familiar to you over the last few days. We still have this tropical flow right off the Gulf. So for today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I think the amount of sunshine will be limited, very humid, highs in the middle 80s, and the stage is set for more scattered random showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours each day, lows at night right around 70. Then I think the storms start to thin out in number as June begins on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix. The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's May 29th, the greatest day ever. On the 29th of May, 1917, one of America's best-loved presidents, John F. Kennedy, is born. His father was so proud, he had this to say.
Ask not why dirty diapers smell like poo. Ask why poo smells like dirty diapers.
Have a great May 29th, the greatest day ever.
Greg Budell, Eddie Bader, and Terry Adams from my left to your right here on News Talk 93.1 FM. So it's JFK's birthday. Had he just not been assassinated, he might have lived.
Yeah.
To be 109 years old today. I want to play something. Those of us who are older, I was a kid, but we used to hear this guy on morning radio in Chicago all the time. And it was the best-selling album in the country called First Family by a guy named Vaughn Meader.
Vaughn Meader.
He did a spot-on JFK impersonation.
Better than you? You do it pretty good.
I got rusty after all these years. When I worked in West Palm Beach, we had an afternoon host on the number one talk station where I worked named Jack Cole. But the way he said it sounded like Jack Hole.
Yeah.
I don't even know where my Jack Hole is, but if somebody can give me some guidance on that, you're more than welcome. 2729228.
That's fair.
And I would call him in the afternoon because I was on in the morning, and I would call him as the senator.
Okay.
Except I was Teddy, not John.
All right.
And the senator was always in the seamiest places in Palm Beach County.
Ooh, of course.
Yeah.
I am at the stop and go here by the railroad tracks, and I am shocked at what they charge for a six-pack of, some beer, whatever.
Yeah, Milwaukee's best.
Yeah, of course.
This is a long time ago, so forgive me for not remembering specific details, but that was a fun bit. He loved it. I just saw a woman walk into the store with a rather substantial bosom. I think this bears Jack further investigation, so I will see you later. Every call ended because he had seen some woman with some voluptuous.
You must go investigate.
Has to be done.
The only time he ever chastised me, at the end, I kind of took my mouth off the microphone on the telephone, set it off mic, and said, "Wow, look at the ass on that one. Holy cow, you need a Richter scale to keep up with that chicken thing." He was only upset because I didn't say butt or some other words. Back then, things were a little more.
Oh, a lot more stiff.
You could talk about
a lot more stiff.
So let me share some of this Vaughn Meter album with those of you. It's really clever. It's good, clean comedy, and nobody laughed harder than JFK.
Since January of 1960, this family of smiling and happy people have undergone a change. You might say they've been engaged in a new and different type of experiment. Sir, as head of this average family, what was this new experience undergone by you and the members of your household?
Well, after 2 years of brushing with the Crest toothpaste, our group had 21% fewer cavities with Crest.
There's more. This is straight off an album track.
This shows a rate of economic growth, and therefore it is not with too much concern that I say a raise from 25 to 35 is not completely out of accord when compared with the current financial deficit on hand. Now, I trust that answers your question about your weekly allowance, Caroline. Next question.
Yes, I should like to ask a question about...
Would you stand, please?
Yes, I should like to ask a question about...
Would you identify yourself, please?
I'm your wife. I should like to ask the following question.
No, speak English, Jackie.
She spoke multiple languages.
I noticed that you didn't touch your salad, either at dinner tonight or at dinner last night. Would you tell us why, please?
Well, let me say this about that. Now, number one, in my opinion, the fault does not lie as much with the salad as it does with the dressing being used on the salad. Now, let me say that I have nothing against the dairy industry. However, I would prefer it if in the future we stuck to coleslaw. Next question. Yes, the baby in the back row, baby John. Well, I believe I answered that question at dinner last night. Now, if you remember, here is what I said at that time. Oodie waddy body biddy doo. Goody waddy woo. Yes, next question.
Yes, I should like to ask a question regarding the daily bath.
Identify yourself, please.
I'm the house nurse.
All right, nurse. Move ahead with your question.
Well, there seems to be some confusion as to the toys to be taken into the bathtub. Now, Caroline's toys are getting mixed up with John's. And I should like to know once and for all whose toys are who.
Yes, well, let me make a judgment about that. Now, the following toys have been appropriated for tub use. 18 PT boats, three Yogi Bear beach balls, 2 Howdy Doody plastic bouncing clowns, a ball of silly putty, and a rubber swan. Now, let me make a judgment on the dispersal of these items. 9 of the PT boats, 2 of the Yogi Bear beach balls, the ball of silly putty belonged to Caroline. 9 of the PT boats, 1 of the Yogi Bear beach balls, and the 2 Howdy Doody plastic bouncing clowns are baby John's. The rubber swan is mine.
Not bad.
No.
It still plays pretty well all these years later. And Vaughn Meter, if you want to look it up online, I believe the whole thing is on YouTube. And there are times when we do long for the past, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Yeah. I need to make an important announcement here for a friend.
Okay.
So let me get out the attention-getting sounder we use.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Ah, shut up.
We would like to make an announcement this afternoon congratulating Henley K. Garvin, who turned 18 years old today.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Oh, let's sing it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Fine, I had my hand up first.
Damn, which one is it on?
I heard Kennedy.
Yeah, he was still playing. I'm sorry about this, Henley. I'm doing it over. I'm going to own my mistake. And now we'll do it right the second time.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
Nice.
And many more.
Good luck. 18. It's
wow.
It's a turning point
Yes,
in your
it is.
life.
Life is ahead of him.
You will be making some serious. I'm not going to do that.
Well, you're right though. You're fixing to make some serious decisions and changes in life.
Yeah, I could do a whole show in that voice if I want, and it would be better than being me.
Be pretty entertaining. I got to be honest.
Yeah. So the movie Bevan, we moved her up to 4:35.
Excellent. Excellent.
Because you're here.
Yeah. Where's some movies we've been checking out? And I've got some opinions on some. You know, with that streaming service we all have, that a lot of good movies in there.
Right. And there's a movie coming out. First one I want to see in the theater in 2 years. Last time I went to the theater was when Twisters came out.
I was going to ask you. I thought that was the last one you and Rich went and saw together.
Yeah, yeah. And the movie this weekend is Pressure, which is all about the most important weather forecast ever made. And I can't wait to see how they handle that. By the way, I thought about this during Memorial Week. We think a lot about our veterans and heroes, the history of the country.
I do.
There's a movie, you can watch it on YouTube for free. It's called Ike.
Yes.
And it's about the days prior to, yes, with Tom Selleck.
I've seen it, yeah.
He does a pretty good job as Ike. I don't think Ike was quite that good looking.
No.
But if you can get past that, very authentic.
4 packs a day.
4 packs a day.
4 packs a day, and he probably drank 2 gallons of coffee every day.
Good
steadily.
Lord.
Well, he was the Dick Cheney of his era. You know, he had about 15 heart attacks,
I was going to ask
including one while he was as president.
At what age did he pass away?
He died in 1967. So, let's ask an expert. How old was President Dwight Eisenhower when he passed away?
Dwight D. Eisenhower died March 28, 1969 at age 78 in Denison.
78. So if he drank that much and 4 packs of cigarettes a day?
Well, look at Winston Churchill. He probably drank 2 quarts of whiskey a day.
Oh, it was champagne in the morning, whiskey all afternoon, bourbon at night.
He wouldn't know how to act if he wasn't drinking.
How old did he live to? 90.
Wow.
Exactly. So all this stuff about
I think at the rate I'm smoking and drinking coffee, I got a good shot at 100.
No, I'm back to what you said during COVID. You know, it sounds crazy, but your lungs are coated. There's so many people I knew that are older than you that still smoke, and their belief is too. Look, I've been smoking since I was 12 years old. My lungs are coated. There's nothing that can penetrate that.
Right. If this stuff is supposed to fall and get in our bodies through our lungs, it's not going to affect Gregory.
No, in fact,
issues too hard.
Yeah.
You know, they absolutely censored and managed the news totally during that time. But I do remember reading, and it might have been on Drudge Report before Drudge went nuts. There was a study in France that showed smokers at a 40% reduced risk to COVID.
Probably.
And guess
It
what?
doesn't surprise me.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Me either.
Everybody I know had it at least once.
Yep.
But not me.
You know, the thing, going back to Ike, the thing that bothered me was the affair he had with his British driver.
Kate Summersby.
Yes.
He had a female driver, and they let that go?
Well, whenever the war was over, you know, she thought, well, we're going to finally get together. He's going to divorce Mamie, and we're No, he bailed. He's gone.
Interesting.
You know, she wrote an autobiography that she had written and would not allow to be released until after she died. That was pretty interesting.
You read it?
Yes. Very interesting.
You know, maybe, look, both the Democrats and Republicans begged Eisenhower to run in their ticket.
Right.
I think Eisenhower's plan was to do that after taking a little time.
Yeah.
But a divorce with Mamie,
that would have killed it.
That would have killed it.
Yep. He knew that. He recognized that. He was kind of pushed into being president. All he wanted to do was retire and play golf. I mean, he'd been Allied Supreme Commander.
Yeah.
What else is there? President of the United States. That's it.
Now, at what point?
I wasn't about to risk my my lust for power on some piece of butt.
Some broad, huh?
On
What
some
point
dang.
did we let presidents have a divorce? And they were, I won't say
Reagan.
completely forgiven. Reagan, was he
Reagan.
one of the first ones where we said, okay,
Yeah.
this
He
is-
was the first one.
Yeah.
okay.
And his first wife was hot.
Yeah, no. That's
Let's give a big Warhawk welcome to Master Thespian.
Yes, this is the Master Thespian. I wish to give a report about the gasoline situation here in Montgomery, Alabama.
What do you got?
I just put some gasoline into my vehicle that I use for transportation at the Mapco station, which is across from the East Elm Mall, what's left of it. And it was amazing that the price of gasoline was $3.65 per gallon. And it made me jump for joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
War's going good.
Unless you have to have premium.
And when it
Yes,
gets
it was
down, if it gets down back below 3, the whining should stop.
Yeah.
But don't worry, they'll find something else to focus on and spew their hate.
Well,
But
at that
I
point, be back to the environment.
I also have to report that this particular Mapco installation does not have any clam chowder. There must be something done about that, and I will talk to the cabinet about that.
I will speak
directly.
to Mayor Reed to see if we can't do
good
something
luck
to
with
prop
that.
up the clam chowder business in this town.
Kennedys.
Good idea.
Maybe that new economic advisor can do something. Hey, did you like the food from Smoky Notes last night?
Oh wow! I ate about half of it last night, and then saved the rest of it for breakfast this morning. It was just as good warmed up. It was it was
Nice.
so good.
Yeah, I saved some for
So
tonight,
good.
too. Smoky
Yeah.
Notes. That's where the Italy Tavern used to be on Northeastern Boulevard.
Road from us.
Yes, it is.
I think that is a winner. I
Master
really do.
Thespian, I'm going to stop this Kennedy talk now.
Please.
Yes, please do. I must go and deliver pizzas for the Domino's franchise.
Ah.
So do wish me luck. I will make sure and duck any bullets coming my way.
Be safe.
If you order a pizza from Domino's today and you hear this sound at your door, that would be Sam. Thanks.
That would be me. All right. Y'all have a good day.
Up to the traffic on Salem Radio Network News ahead.
We have about 7 accidents around the area. Most of those are not causing a problem, but we have 2 that are. Mobile Highway at Bedford Way, that's near Churches. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. We also have an accident from earlier East Boulevard at Kalmar Drive. And we're busy. Traffic's busy and building all over the Montgomery area. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Keep it here for updates. If you have less than perfect credit, McKenna Nissan may have just the plan for you. Talk to David Martin. He'll do everything possible to have you driving today. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Plant. Buckle up, Wendell Jim Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Epicure and Jack's Tavern, located at 2060 Downing Street. 5 ice-cold beers, 1 bucket, $13. Anytime. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their beer buckets are always available. No happy hour clock required. Come in, relax, and enjoy great food with an even better deal. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Cold beer, fair prices, no fine print. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
This is not headline news. Performers at next month's Freedom 250 concert include Vanilla Ice and Bret Michaels. Tickets are free, and that makes sense. Weighted vests are the new exercise trend. A big money saver if you're already walking around with an extra 100 pounds. A 108-year-old Delaware woman renewed her driver's license through 2033. I don't know her name, but we'll just call her an optimist. And Hacky Sack has made a comeback with Gen Z, although instead of kicking the sack with their feet, they just tap it with their phones. This is not headline news.
Whoops. Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Here's your 405.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump holding a White House Situation Room meeting today with top advisors looking to make a final determination on whether or not to move forward with the deal announced yesterday that would extend the Iran ceasefire by 60 days and also take up the issue of Iran's nuclear program. The president confirmed the high-level White House talks today. Louisiana Republicans today have passed a new gerrymander. It's designed to eliminate one of the state's 2 Democrat-controlled majority black House districts ahead of the midterm elections, giving Republicans a better chance of picking up a new seat in the thin margin majority they enjoy right now in the House. In the Asia Security Conference in Singapore today, there was a lot of talk about China's rapid military modernization and assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific and growing concerns over American priorities. On Wall Street at the close, the Dow was up 311 points. This is SRN News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure.
Brian Reagan will be doing some stand-up comedy as we get closer to the end of the show.
Okay.
The latest on this deal, Trump is still in the Situation Room.
Okay.
He says, we hold all the cards. The market must be buying in. because the Dow finished over 51,000.
Mm-hmm.
And those are people that bet with their money.
Just we can't trust them. I'm sure they realize that. I hope they do.
Yeah.
Can't trust the Iranians. Can't.
No, that's my thing. And
zero.
Doesn't matter what they say. They're not going to do
doesn't. It just doesn't. And,
No, it
and
doesn't.
most people that's ever dealt with them, especially from the 70s on, knows that's their mantra.
See, we have generations of brainwashed, publicly educated kids who think everybody else is just like us. They may look a little different.
That's the thing.
But they're people too.
Exactly.
These are the same people, and maybe it hadn't happened in a while, but these are the same people that need to go outside the U.S. and see the world. And I was lucky enough, had a military father. We got stationed all over the world. America's not the only place in the world, folks. There's a whole nother world out there.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
and
right.
I will say this, it will make you appreciate what we got here.
Well said, Eddie.
Well, look who's weeping and bitching and moaning over in Ireland, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, oh, good Lord. She got a facelift. She's still butt ugly.
Yeah, there are some faces that can't be lifted
exactly.
into beauty. Sorry, Rosie. You're still hideous.
Yes.
And fat. Who else? Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, I'm going to England. I don't want to live in America under Don. Hey, you stupid nincompoop. We made it through 12 years of Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden.
Yep, American haters.
We didn't leave.
But you know what? They wanted us to.
They don't want us to leave. They want us dead. You're giving them way too much credit.
I think if they
rather have us dead.
If we were to leave, they would try to fill the country up with themselves. But they have no production, no way of making money. They make their money off our backs.
Exactly.
It would become one big sewer.
Yeah, much like California.
They're on the way. I heard you and Joey talking about Spencer Pratt. This is
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Well, once we get rid of Trump, we won't have these people talking things like common sense and not spending more than you take in these outrageous radical right-wing Nazi ideas, whatever it's called. Now they have a potentially bigger monster with him because he has used state-of-the-art media, and he out-Trumps Trump. And he's hitting every nail square in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, and Trump represents everything I don't particularly care for, which is a brash New York,
I understand,
arrogant guy, but I really don't care because he's what we need for president right now.
You know what? I watched New York change in the 80s. My first visit there was in 1982. I went up there quite a few times over the next 12 years. And then again around 2000, just before 9/11. And you could see the change in the city with Trump and Giuliani cleaning it up.
Oh, yeah.
You felt safe. I went to Central Park without even thinking twice about it.
Wow.
But not in 1982, because when David Dinkins was mayor, you had a hobo every 2 feet trying to panhandle you. Or somebody rushing up to your car window to wash it.
Oh, yeah, with crap water.
Oh, this is free. No, it's not.
No.
Not by the look on your face, it's not free. You're expecting something here.
Yeah, you want something.
Oh, 100%.
So you had to go into New York with like an extra $50 just to keep yourself from getting killed.
Well, I remember going to Times Square and places. Now they're more family friendly, but during that time, you couldn't go to them. There was prostitution, there was open drug markets, all that right in Times Square.
Yeah. Not to mention, every other door front was a peep show.
Oh yeah. Yes, you couldn't walk down that.
Or a pornography stand with every naughty magazine on the planet. It was
All
just
kind of broads.
But that's what the Democrats want. They want 40,000 homeless. That's what you have in L.A. His plan, Spencer Pratt, I'm going to send him to Seattle because the mayor there will welcome them. Yeah. Meanwhile, the mayor of Seattle, again, how did anybody in their right mind vote for that woman to begin with?
Liberal white women.
Did they?
It's
that's my concern.
I'm telling you, Greg. I know I'm a male pig. I've already been called it a couple times today, but white women right now are ruining a lot of these things. You don't see a lot of the people that they're so-called protecting or speaking out for. You don't see them around them. You don't see them giving the same support.
No, they wouldn't. Look, I'm doing all this. Just don't move into the house next door to mine. Please.
Right. Exactly.
That's all they do. Think Maxine Waters lives with her folks?
She don't even live in the district.
No, she lives in a $1.4 million house.
And you know why she don't live in the district? Because there's not a $1.4 million house in all of that district.
That's correct.
It's all ghetto.
They're poor.
Yep.
Let's just take this call on the fly.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you're on the air.
Anybody home?
Hello?
Okay.
Guess not.
After enough seconds of silence, I can, safely assume this is somebody who probably doesn't want to talk to us.
Yeah, guess not.
All right, we have the movie Maven coming up in
Yeah.
roughly half an hour. No, actually less than that. So we got some work to do here.
Time is flying.
Rich Thomas's forecast, Skipper's traffic, and more. The show brought to you in part, our streaming part, included by Delkin Tomlinson, attorneys at law for family law crisis. It's always great to have people not only have the legal wisdom, but the experience to be able to say, okay, here's your situation. Here's where you want to be. Here's how we're going to get there. All you got to do is follow. We will take care of all the heavy lifting. That's what they're there to do. So trying to manage crisis without help is basically crazy. Those are the kind of decisions in life that put you ultimately in rehab. So don't do that. Go with the experience, the legal leadership of Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson, who can also handle or help with adoptions, blended families, people from the past who come back and want to change an existing agreement. You can go crazy over all that. No, don't do it. You just turn it over. 819-4810 here in the 334, 819-4810, or visit them online at thealabamafamilylawyers.com for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Let's get Bo before the break. Bo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I want to know how some of these Cloverdale liberals, why do they feel so safe, or especially on Cloverdale Road where you see a whole bunch of, blue signs.
Yeah.
And, I guarantee you if they lived where I lived, which is right on a border street, they wouldn't like what happens across and diagonally from me, but they feel safe and protected, and they keep voting for this crap.
I know. I see the signs.
Yeah.
Well, they need a wake-up call.
They want Doug Jones to be our governor.
They sure do. They
Yeah,
sure do.
And I
They've
just
either
shake
got to
my
be, they've either got to be, either brain dead or they're on the take somehow. There's something funny going on because no sane person would want to live like this.
Right.
So that was my 2 cents.
It was actually worth much more.
It was.
We thank you both.
Thank you both.
Take care. Have a good weekend. 416, up to the traffic dungeon.
Well, we have an accident, Ann Street on the ramp to I-85 southbound. If you're turning off M, accident right at the bottom of the ramp. You'll need to get over to your left as you go around it to get on I-85 southbound. Mobile Highway at Bedford Way. We had an accident there earlier. That's near Churches. And on East Boulevard near Calbar, we're hoping that one has cleared or is about to clear. Busy and building several other minor accidents, not really causing any traffic issues. We'll keep you updated. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in hand. That is the power of early college at Trentham State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's a weather pattern that's become very familiar to you over the last few days. We still have this tropical flow right off the Gulf. So for today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I think the amount of sunshine will be limited, very humid, highs in the middle 80s, and the stage is set for more scattered random showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours each day, lows at night right around 70. Then I think the storms start to thin out in number as June begins on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? AFE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. PBS Painting, There are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
A great lawn doesn't happen by accident. It takes a pro. That's where Turf by Pest Pro comes in. We handle the weeds, feed your grass, and take care of fire ants so your lawn stays healthy, strong, and looking its best, which means your yard is ready for cookouts, playtime, and making memories all season long. Get started today. Call 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. When you want to grow, call a pro. Turf by Pest Pro.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Here's an amazing act. Here's a tremendous act. Here's a startling act.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
I've been waiting, don't you know? Well, they say I've been waiting, don't you know? I'm feeling good, everybody. I'm all done with my workload.
421 News Talk 93.1 FM. Let's listen to some insane women.
Let's.
This book that Dr. Jill Biden, she's out promoting it, and she keeps changing her song everywhere she goes.
Well, she's now claiming that she thought her husband had a stroke during the debates with Trump.
Yeah.
All the debate did was confirm what all of us seem to know.
Yep.
That Joe Biden would have no chance, especially given the abysmal record he had.
Yep.
No chance to beat Donald Trump in that event. And then he came out and looked like what we had seen.
Yep, even worse.
Oh, a lot.
So for her to say she was surprised by that, she lives with the guy, we think.
Yeah.
And she didn't see any of this prior to that night. She's
That's
full of crap.
impossible. Yep.
But then again, what Democrat is?
Look at what you're dealing with.
Here's Jill Biden on CBS Sunday Morning, courtesy of David Blackman. Oh, come on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie.
So much so you didn't even
if you
stop
really-
it or anything.
Well, look,
Yeah,
the
if
woman that's interviewing her looks like she had a stroke.
If she really believed that, because we were watching at the end of that, she comes out, that's when she does the whole, you did such a good job, Joe. If she really thought he was having a stroke, I would think she would have stopped it
Yes.
then. If not, certainly have got him off the stage at the end, not
Yes.
sat there and tried to carry on even more.
Exactly right.
I have another clip to play. This, I believe, is AOC. The headline on the story says AOC gets completely ignored and talked over by crowd during speech.
Good.
Because who wants to listen to a woman with the voice of a 7-year-old constantly in
exactly
bitch mode?
Right.
Let's give this a listen and see. We got the volume up. Is it ready to play?
Our community and to this country, we can bring light into the darkness. So thank you once again for having.
She's talking to a very Islamic-looking crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Why does she think they care what she has to say?
They don't. But she's so stupid.
Yep, she didn't
She
realize.
didn't pick it up.
There it is. Mamdani breaks tradition. Will skip Israel parade because he'll be too busy at home hating Jews. That's why. How many times do I have to say that? Here's Rich on the phone.
No, Ricochet.
Ricochet, what's up?
Oh my goodness! He was at Smoky Notes last night.
Killer.
Otherwise, I would have had your greeting ready.
I hadn't
Ricochet.
called- Yeah, I hadn't called in a while, so it's been, saw you last night. I heard you on the radio yesterday, so hell, I thought I'd just take it a try, and lo and behold, it was great.
I urged you to give us a call and say hello, let people hear your voice again, and welcome you back. So how cool that you actually did that. Some people, I'll call, and then you never hear.
Yep. But, and I did. I just, I retired, and going by this Ricochet name, I couldn't go by my real name, which I'm still not going to do because I don't want no retaliation from my coworkers.
Can't have that.
No.
But anyway, I just want to let you know that I was glad to see you last night, yesterday, and it was a good place to eat. It really is.
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to go. I mean, that pulled pork was good. Couldn't complain. Server was good. Everything was good.
Yes, service was very nice last night.
That.
It was good.
Yep.
We had a good turnout too.
Okay, I'll call back.
I hope you will, man. It was great to see you. Thank you for being there for the listener night at Smoky Notes, and we'll see you again soon. I hope.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Thank you, Ricochet.
See you.
Awesome. Yeah, we had a nice turnout at Smoky Notes last night. Everybody loved the food.
I've
It
heard
was a
nothing
huge-
but good things about the food. And you brought some in here. It was delicious. It had those boudin balls.
That's right. We may be doing that again. We may
Yeah.
be doing another sampling from them.
Lynn
But
and I
not.
have eaten there many times because they're right across the street.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Super convenient, right?
Yep.
All right. From Adams Motor Supports.
Yep. Allen's Motor Supports. That's right.
It's a business on the Northeastern Boulevard there. And the guy that runs it is alternatively known as the much beloved and glorious Prime Minister Playtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up shortly, a preview of some of this weekend's movies and theaters and some stuff on the stream that the movie maven will render a verdict upon. Right now, Skipper's got you covered on your commute. 1819 News is
Well,
next.
we have an accident, Ann Street on the ramp to I-85 southbound. If you're turning off M, accident right at the bottom of the ramp. You'll need to get over to your left as you go around it to get on I-85 southbound. Mobile Highway at Bedford Way. We had an accident there earlier. That's near Churches. And on East Boulevard near Calmar, we're hoping that one has cleared or is about to clear. Busy and building several other minor accidents, not really causing any traffic issues. We'll keep you updated. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in hand. That is the power of early college at Trentham State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell Chemick, every Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
On Thursday night, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals issued a ruling in favor of the state of Alabama and against District Judge Anna Manasco here in Alabama. The appeals court ruled against Judge Manasco, who barred the state from using a 2021 Senate district map for the upcoming special primary elections. Democrat plaintiffs asked for Judge Manasco to put a stay on Alabama implementing this particular map and instead continue to use the 2024 court-ordered map, which was recently deemed to be unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court. The court-ordered map affected state Senate districts 25 and 26. By returning to the 2021 map, now state senators Will Barfoot and Kirk Hatcher will be able to run for re-election in the districts they originally won 4 years ago. The 11th Circuit Court said in their ruling that Judge Manasco's injunction irreparably harmed the state by prohibiting the use of a map that had been approved by voters and state lawmakers. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
A former teacher and 2 former teacher aides have been arrested and charged with child abuse in Autauga County. The investigation was first launched by the Sheriff's Department, resulting in Kendra Spencer, Jennifer Davis, and Shayla Johnson being accused of engaging in child abuse within a special needs classroom at Billingsley School. Autauga County Sheriff Mark Harrell told WSFA News that the case disgusts him because some of these victims are nonverbal. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
Movie may be coming up in a couple of minutes, but the Big Snack Commission convened today around a jar. Can you put us back on?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube for a second. Just want people to see.
The tube of uselessness.
This is what Eddie brought in today. And it is quite the concoction.
Now it's
s'mores spread.
Right? So it's supposed to be a marshmallow, kind of a graham crackery peanut butter spread. Is that?
Yeah, there's a little crunch in it, very little, but the combination of the chocolate and the marshmallow.
Yeah, chocolate, yeah.
It's made by Berry Hill. Where'd you get this?
Chocolate.
Aldi's, I think. They have the weirdest snack aisles, man.
I love it.
You could spread this on anything, including body parts, and have a great
Now put that up there. That was next to it.
Chicken and maple mini sticks.
I thought this was a dog treat, but it is not.
You know how much I love to talk about Sticks, the band.
Of course.
We'll have to get to the chicken and maple mini sticks.
But does that look like a dog treat? And it was sitting next to that. I got confused for a minute.
It does kind of resemble that, but you're assuring me it is not.
I'm sure it is not. I'm going to try it with you.
Okay, up next in a few, the movie Maven.
Well, that's great. So if one of y'all dies, both of you will. Great.
Since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care, so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800-lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Hi, everybody. It's a weather pattern that's become very familiar to you over the last few days. We still have this tropical flow right off the Gulf. So for today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I think the amount of sunshine will be limited, very humid, highs in the middle 80s, and the stage is set for more scattered random showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours each day, lows at night right around 70. Then I think the storms start to thin out in number as June begins on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Time for the Movie Maven, Miss Murray's Movie Minute, brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax, refresh, and renew with AMS Studios at 95 Lightwood Road in Deatsville. AMSStudioMedSpa.com or call 782-9711. We now welcome the Movie Maven, Miss Murray. Good afternoon.
Hey, hey, hey.
So what's a nice girl like you doing in a good murder like this, or is it The Good Girl's Guide to Murder?
Ooh, Moida.
I know I've been talking about this for a few days, but I finally watched it because it finally came out, and it's really short. I almost binged the entire thing in one day, but I saved 2 episodes. And it starts off slow. I will say I didn't remember what happened in the first season because it was like more than a year ago. So what I did was go to YouTube and watch the season 1 recap that really helped me get back on the right page. And then I was, so I recommend that if you watch the first one and don't remember it. But it's good. It's intriguing. It's teenagers. It's in Britain. But, it keeps moving, and it's got a lot of twists and turns, so you don't really know what's going to happen next.
So are these teens actually murdering people or solving murders?
There's one girl solving a murder, and then she's doing a podcast about it. So that's the name of the podcast, is The Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Only Murders in the Building for young people.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It does.
Yep.
I knew that sounded familiar. Can I have credit for making an intelligent comment?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
How big did it differ?
She overrules him anytime. Tell me about Four Seasons 2. That's another title that somehow sounds familiar to me.
So Four Seasons was originally a movie
in the
back
70s.
in the 70s.
Good movie,
yeah.
too.
Yes, I saw it.
So they remade it into a TV show last year, which was nowhere near as good as the movie.
It
but
was.
it has
It was
Steve
a little
Carell
disappointing,
and
to be honest.
Yeah, and I hate to spoil it, but they killed him off at the end of the first one, so he's not even in the second series.
Bummer.
But it makes me wonder if they're going to try to do 4 seasons worth of seasons.
I would
of
think
4
so.
seasons.
Yeah.
God, that would be unbelievably clever, wouldn't it?
It would be. I think that was their ultimate goal here.
I just don't think they can pull it off because listen, this is the thing. It's short.
Yeah.
Only episodes are like 20 minutes long. but it's so much drama, and it's like
Constant.
ugh,
There's no break
you
from
know.
it, from the drama.
No, it's so dramatic.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to thank the movie Maven. She encouraged me to hang in there on the Rooster, the new Steve Carell thing. And once you get past the first couple of episodes, and it seems like it's Michael Scott on a college campus,
right?
It's actually a pretty decent show.
Good deal.
Yeah, it definitely does get better.
Well, we
So,
did
yeah.
watch Remarkably Bright Creatures, Suzanne and I, and
Oh, good.
thank you for recommending the movie. It
You're
was
welcome.
the whole outtake of it is a little bit hard to kind of explain to people about the octopus and all that, but it was a really good movie.
To me, it was like a definitive movie for people who like a good movie.
Yes, I mean it was a really good movie. It had everything.
Even with Sally Field in it.
Sally Field.
I liked her.
Yeah, no, she
She
is.
did pretty good in that. I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's some good options to revisit. The Rooster with Steve Carell, HBO Max. And the movie is available on Netflix, right?
Yes. The Remarkably
Yeah.
Bright Creatures, yeah.
And so is Four Seasons and Good Girls Guide. They're all on Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix taking over the world.
Slowly but surely.
All right, let's talk about what's in theaters this weekend. I know there's one I'm
Okay.
looking forward to, but you've got all of them. What's first?
Well, I've got a couple. Backrooms is a new one that's looking pretty bizarre. It's like you go behind this furniture store and the halls are endless. It's like a maze. It's like a nightmare that you're stuck in.
Bad
It's a
LSD
horror,
trip.
psychological horror film based on, I guess, a YouTube series, which I had never seen, but it's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, a lot of people are saying, I mean, it's got scores right now are at 89.74 on Rotten Tomatoes,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's good for a first day.
That is for an early take. And what about The Breadwinner?
Nate Bargatze is a stand-up comedian who is making a foray into acting. And what I see is happening is, he's going to stay home and take care of the kids while his wife goes and has some invention and his wife is the breadwinner, so he has to stay home and be the at-home dad.
Okay.
And it's a lot of dad's stupid, dad doesn't know what he's doing, dad screws up, breaks everything, mom's the only one that knows how to do everything. It's one of those.
Just in time.
Didn't I see that in Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton about 30 years ago?
Kinda. Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Well,
A lot of slapstick, sort of just physical humor.
I like Nick. I would probably consider watching that, or at least give it. I'm not going to the theater to see it.
No, but I'll watch it.
He is a good comedian, and I did chuckle a few times just watching the trailer. So, I mean, I think it will be funny, but the message is basically like men drool, ladies
suck.
drool,
Right.
men drool.
we were just watching the governor of Mexico say, I don't care what men think. And he's a dude.
But
he is
let
a
me
dude.
tell you, the differential of the
Supposedly.
scores on that one, critics are giving it 22 and audiences at 85. So that's a big gap.
I'm going with the audience.
Yeah.
Always good when the critics, it's like Melania. It got a 7. Of course it did, because they all hate Donald Trump. They
Exactly.
could have cared less
A
what
lot
the
of
movie
bias
actually did.
going on.
Exactly.
Just a little. Now, Pressure is opening up this weekend, and it's going to get me to the theater for the first time in 2 years.
Wow.
This is a movie about the most important weather forecast. More lives depended on this forecast than anything else. And if it's well written, and I'm hearing good things from those who have seen it so far, taking a real historical event and treating it with respect.
Yes.
And letting the drama build on its own. You don't need to create, although I have been known
Not
to
in
create
that
drama.
situation, you don't.
With this one, it's the forecast for D-Day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, well, we can wait till tomorrow.
Nope. Tides and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
If they couldn't do it on June 6th, they would have been waiting till July because of the moon and tides and everything else. So I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. And I will let you know on Monday how all that
I
plays out.
like Andrew Scott as the meteorologist, and I really actually like Fraser as the Eisenhower character. I was surprised.
I was stunned to find out. I was wondering who was going to play Eisenhower. Brandon Fraser.
Yep.
Look at him. I mean, that's.
So the whale goes to war.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
I like him.
Me too. It just. I guess since he took
He's
on
a
that one
good
role of the whale,
actor.
it's just gotten
Yeah.
so large, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything since The Mummy. at the beginning of
I love the remake where he was made a deal with the devil. I forget the name of it, but that was a good movie too.
What's happening with Obsession? I'm hearing a lot about this movie. It's a horror film, is it not?
Yeah, and I talked about it briefly. It's about a guy that makes a wish and makes his girl fall in love with him, but it starts to go terribly wrong.
Of course.
Because she becomes obsessed with him and, escalates to somebody's got to die.
Yep.
But I wasn't going to give it a second thought until I saw that the Critical Drinker had put out a post saying that he actually recommends it, and I watched that, and he broke it down and said it's a really good thinking man's horror movie. They don't treat you like you're dumb, and it's actually moving somewhere. It's actually got a message behind it, and he said it's really worth watching.
Well, there is a good portion of Hollywood that thinks most of us out here in the flyover country are deeply retarded. So
Yes, they do.
And their obnoxiousness shows in some of what they produce. All right. So, again, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Thumbs up. Watch the YouTube recap if you're lost. 4 seasons. That's in season 2. Thumbs up. Backrooms. That's just out in the theaters, waiting for a verdict. The Breadwinner with Nate Bargatze. If he's in it, it's got a chance to be good, at least. Pressure. The movie about the weather forecast. Of course, Rich and I found out about it. He said, we're not going to miss this one, are we?
Hell yeah.
He's in. And we'll talk about it Monday morning, I'm sure, on the show, an Obsession, which is getting a lot of word-of-mouth chatter. Miss Murray, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you. You guys have a good weekend.
All right,
Ellen.
you too.
Yeah, the movie Bedazzled was the movie I couldn't think
Yes.
of. Elizabeth Hurley's The Devil.
I
That is
forgot
a
all
great
about that movie.
That's
It
a
was
great
a hysterical movie, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to have a changing of the guard now because you have an appointment.
Yes, I got to run to, I got to show some houses this afternoon.
Take this with you. Take this jar.
I can't take, that's going to be your
This
breakfast for
will
the
be
next week.
empty by 6 o'clock. How many? Let me see how many
Oh,
calories.
gosh, how many calories in that?
Oh man!
And that's per serving, not per jar.
Let's see. What's a serving? Serving size 2 teaspoons, 220 calories.
Stay away from it.
Diabetes in a bottle, buddy.
I think I've had at least 3 tablespoons. No, maybe 2 tablespoons.
Okay, well, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better.
Well, let me have one last taste.
I'm telling you, come Monday morning, you're going to come in here and go, I need something sweet to get my week going. Boom. That's it.
Look for this in the store and then buy some insulin. That's really
quickly.
Good. Eddie,
Yep.
thanks for.
Hey, thank you guys, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Love hanging out
Good
with
to
you.
see you.
Likewise at 4:45.
We are seeing light to mostly moderate traffic. Interstates and boulevards getting really busy along East and East-South Boulevard, I-65 and 85 through the interchange. Building there, and we still have that accident. 3 vehicles on the ramp from Ann Street to I-85 southbound. They are still waiting on assistance there. We will keep you updated if any other accidents happen to slow you down. Get $4,000 customer cash on a new Toyota Tundra at McKinnon Toyota. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it is worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. Yeah. Monday and Thursday on happy hour. Master Thespian Field Tuesday Spotlight on happy hour. Eddie stop by on Friday with some snacks on happy hour. While the whole world swirls, hanging out in the chat will change your world. On happy hour. Happy hour. On happy hour.
Except we're getting high on chocolate. Again, this s'mores. It's a jar, beautiful. Have s'mores. Have some more s'mores. You don't need a fire pit. You don't need logs. You don't need any flames. You don't need any Hershey bars. It's all in one convenient jar. And it's highly, highly addictive. We're getting Terry resituated on camera 2. So which one do I shut off here? I don't even know if I know how to do that. Okay, that's the one I need to shut off then. Don't want to add it to the stage. How do we make it go away? I'm going to have to ask Joey just to give me a little training on this thing. so I can do the more fundamental stuff.
You mentioned barbecue.
Yeesh.
You know, back in the old days, back in the 30s, 40s, if you barbecued, you had to take wood and actually build like a fire and cook over an open fire.
Mm-hmm.
It was Henry Ford who created charcoal.
Really?
The Model T required a lot of wood. Well, when they processed all this wood, they had all this crap left over. They didn't know what to do with it. So he got in touch with a buddy of his who happened to be a scientist. He said, you know, I think we can compress this. So they basically made charcoal. The guy who created it was a good friend of Ford. His name was Kingsford.
Oh, well,
that was your first charcoal was Kingsford, and you can thank Henry Ford for charcoal.
You know, that was like the only brand of charcoal.
Yep, because they created it.
When I was a kid, we always had a bag of that. We went out to the forest preserve to cook out on what was then called Decoration Day. Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I have those memories.
Yeah, my dad used Old Diz because he was too chintzy to buy the stuff with the lighter made into it.
Old Diz?
Old Diz charcoal. I don't know what it means. That's what Dad used.
I've never heard of that brand. That must be a Southern thing.
That's all I knew when I was a kid. It's what Dad did, you know?
All right, I've got
Worship the dad.
A thing that over the course of the week accumulates. We call it the crap pile, but let me check
the crap pile.
My news apps real quick to see if anything has moved along on the Iranian thing. Federal judge orders all Trump signage stripped from Kennedy Center building.
Why?
Because Congress has to make that name change.
Oh, okay, well.
But trust me, do you think this judge loves Donald Trump?
Obviously not. But if we're going to play by the rules, then we need to play by the rules in every single avenue of government.
You are correct, sir. And that will never happen.
No, it won't.
Unless we get rid of certain people.
Well, it's time to get rid of certain people. Past time.
From FoxNews.com, TikToker who begged MAGA Lord Jesus to worsen Pam Bondi's illness lost her job.
What an idiot.
Let's see what kind of a reprobate had the audacity to do this. TikToker, that's the thing. When you hang out with the TikTokers, you might get sucked into doing some really stupid stuff that'll cause you to lose your job. If there is a MAGA God, please let Pam Bondi's throat cancer be the worst case of cancer anyone's ever seen. Really? What did Pam Bondi do to you, bitch? The TikToker who suddenly has gone private appeared to have been posted by somebody named Caitlin Aguilar, who had worked as an assistant vice president for the inbound contact center at Gene DR Credit Union since January of last year. The page appears to have been taken down. Imagine that.
No. Say it ain't so.
The TikToker, she could do, please let her have her take on the suffering that she's unleashed upon the thousands, millions, dare I say, of Americans in this country. What suffering? What suffering is she talking about here? See, this is what happens, Dems, when you brainwash people and they believe everything you say. What's suffering? The suffering that Donald Trump inherited, that was suffering.
Yes.
And we have rules in this country, including citizenship. And I don't think she prosecuted anybody. I mean, it's not like she used her FBI director and the CIA to go after a man who was running for office like Donald Trump in 2016. When are they going to pay? When are we going to see John Brennan's ass in a jail suit? That's all I want to know. And James Comey and that douchebag that was
on and on and on.
Yeah. So, like, I'm all for free speech. Sometimes it has consequences.
But that's the principle, one of the principles this country's founded on, and that's cool. I'm cool with that, but there's limits.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be.
This conduct is inconsistent with Gene DeArc's policies, code of ethics, and core values.
Yeah.
I love companies, though, that always follow. It's not consistent with their values.
Yeah, well, we'll have to go back and look at our manifesto.
Like all the people they fired during COVID for questioning whether or not they really needed this vaccine and all the rest of the crap they inflicted. People got fired for that, too. Just keep that in mind. Who do we have on this?
We have a very aggressive guy whose name I have forgotten on line one.
Who's this?
This is Norm.
Yeah, Norm. That's it.
Hey,
I should have realized that.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg, the old Diaz came from the sponsor, Dizzy Dean.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
And your earlier thing on what good came out of Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
Don't forget Billy Beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Billy Beer, right. Yeah. Can you imagine if, thanks for the call, if Donald Trump had a relative or one of his sons was caught urinating on an airport in public, like Billy, the president's brother, was?
Never hear the end of it.
No. God. I mean, they would impeach him for it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
They already have.
Spencer Pratt, what a phenomenon, says running for mayor is not fun. I am sure, knowing how the left doesn't operate on ideals or ideas or beating you in a debate. They operate on, we're going to try and kill you. Or we're going to try and intimidate and menace you until you go away. Because we really do want you dead. Why people are slow on the uptake with that concept is beyond me.
I'm sorry, I'm old. Hold on.
So I saw a picture of federal judge Eleanor Ross, 58, admitted to conducting a 2-year extramarital affair with the Atlanta Police Deputy Chief Kelly Collier in her courthouse chambers.
What?
Law clerks reported hearing, check this out. Law clerks reported hearing moaning and kissing sounds. She said, when those allegations first surfaced, I never engaged in sexual intercourse in my office. However, she reversed intercourse after investigators examined security footage, sign-in logs, and tested a stained couch cushion for evidence of that.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. She called her initial denial absolute dishonesty and cited fears about her already troubled marriage. Really?
You think?
You're banging the sheriff deputy in your courtroom chambers and your already troubled marriage. Okay, I'm adding this up.
That's really going to help things.
The special committee issued a private reprimand rather than public censure. This woman doesn't belong on the bench.
No.
She has no business making a decision that affects anybody else's life.
That's right.
We got to have better from people who are judging others.
We deserve better.
But she's hiding behind her race, and that's why she got the private slap on the wrist instead of
now,
the
I
public
remember
gutting
this
she would have had.
Penny. Penny is on line one.
Oh, I know Penny. Penny, good afternoon.
Hey, Greg.
Hi.
Great show tonight or today.
Oh, thank you.
And I wanted to add, let me put my 2 cents in and talk about the sorry women that need to be put into the jail. How about Pelosi,
Oh, God.
insider trading?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
The scum she is. And Hillary. God.
Could you repeat what you said about Hillary?
Yeah, the numerous things that she had to do.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
she the one that got wasn't she the one that started all the Russian collusion and all that crap?
She needs to go to jail for that. Jim
Yes.
Comey stood in
Yeah.
front of America on July 5th, 2016, and announced 500 plus mistakes that she made that actually broke the law when it came to secrecy. But then at the end said, no reasonable prosecutor.
Oh, yeah, all her freaking emails she got on that private
non-secured,
server at her freaking house.
You know, she's really somebody
Yeah.
who needs to crawl away and just go away.
Please.
Until the end eventually comes.
Yeah.
But they don't learn. They don't care. They're out there mouthing off.
Oh, I know.
Because nothing's going to happen to them. And they
No.
know that.
I know. They
That-
think they're above the law and they've gotten away with it.
And they are.
Mhm.
Failed Democrats
Yeah.
have better protection than Donald Trump.
They did. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday.
We will
Love the
do
show.
our best. One of the things that can make a weekend unhappy is a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
So, look, that long walk to look at the damage, the sink in your heart that you love your car, and now it's going to need a really good body shop to fix it. At least here in the river region, at the end of all of the hassle and everything else that goes with a wreck, you can get it fixed by MPB because you get to choose. Alabama law gives you that right. And you tell the insurance company where you're getting it repaired. They don't tell you. So choose wisely, as Dad would say, choose MPB. This is still one of the last remaining mom and pop shop body shops that cares about each and every single outcome. They don't want anybody ever coming back and saying you missed something here or whatever. They are diligent right down to the smallest detail about making sure the customer is getting more bang for their buck. Pun intended. 27-REC with a W is their number in the 334. 27-REC with a W for Montgomery Paint and Body on the Boulevard at East Shirley Lane. And please mention us when you stop by and talk to them. At 457, traffic in Wall Street Business Day.
Well, traffic continues to build this afternoon. We're seeing a lot more cars out on the road right now, light to mostly moderate traffic around the area. We do have a new accident, Mobile Highway. This is going to be in the vicinity of Highway 80, right near the old Winn-Dixie store there. Please use caution. And we still have that 3-vehicle accident on Ann Street on the ramp to I-85 southbound. You'll have to swing out around it to get up onto 85. Keep it here. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off on a new Armada, up to $5,000 on a Nissan Frontier. And the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
With a Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Home mortgage rates may not get more affordable anytime soon. PNC Chief Economist Gus Fouché says with inflation up nearly 4% over the past year, notably above the Fed's target of 2%, Fed policymakers may forego any short-term interest rate cuts.
We're seeing higher inflation than we did in 2025. And so, I think the picture is one where inflation is a lot higher than consumers would like, a lot higher than the Federal Reserve would like, and that's going to make it difficult for the Fed to cut interest rates this year.
The current target range for the federal funds rate is 3.5 to 3.75%. Freddie Mac reports the average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage this week is 6.53%. Stocks rose on Wall Street, adding to the all-time highs that they set just a day earlier. The Dow Jones Industrial Average at the closing bell up by 305 points. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130. Or visit rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and legal troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the river region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
There is one country that worries me, though. Not Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea. The only country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but in the early part of the previous century, Germany decided to go to war. And who did they go to war with? The world. It had never been tried before. And so you figure that would take about 5 seconds for the world to win, but no, it was actually close. Then about 30 years pass, and Germany decides again to go to war, and again it chooses as its enemy the world. And this time they have that guy, crankly, that guy, and I'm not even going to dignify him by saying his name, but I think you know what I'm talking. But you'd think at that point the world will go, listen, Germany, here's the deal. You don't get to be a country no more on account of you keep attacking the world. What do you are, Mars or something?
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Here's your 5 o'clock.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. President Trump has held a White House Situation Room meeting as he ponders moving forward with a deal to extend the Iran ceasefire and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Iran says the agreement has not been finalized. The president says he was looking to make a final determination. 3 climbers on Alaska's Mount McKinley who fell near a treacherous pass on North America's tallest peak have died. One was rescued. That fall happened near Denali Pass. Virginia State Police say a bus crashed into vehicles slowing for a work zone on Interstate 95 early Friday, killing 5 people in 2 cars, sending dozens to hospitals. It happened on southbound I-95 in Stafford County. All 5 of those killed were from Massachusetts. Police say the crash is under investigation. This is SRN News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something.
Greg Budell and Terry Adams, our thanks to Eddie Bader for joining us earlier. And I heard 2 words, Terry, in that newscast that I've come to hate. Under investigation.
How many times have we heard that?
With nothing produced.
Exactly. Nothing ever comes from it.
That's why I love this guy's take on investigation.
Democrats who called for the firing of FBI Director James Comey are shocked and appalled by the firing of FBI Director James Comey. The Democrats say that Comey's firing will undermine the investigations for which he should have been fired. In order to examine which Democrat claims are cynical political fabrications and which are hysterical conspiracy theories, and which are cynical, political, hysterical theories about fabricated conspiracies, let's examine which investigations might be affected. The FBI, as we know, is investigating whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians to expose the Democrats' emails. The Senate, meanwhile, is investigating whether the Obama administration investigated the Trump campaign for the collusion that the FBI is investigating. The Judiciary Committee is investigating why the Attorney General failed to investigate Hillary Clinton's attempt to avoid the FBI investigation into the Attorney General's failure to investigate her emails to the Democrats, which the Russians hacked in an attempt to interfere with our election, which the Senate is investigating in an attempt to find out if the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians' hack of the Democrats' emails, which the FBI is investigating to see whether the Obama administration was investigating the Trump campaign. The House Intelligence Committee is investigating whether the House Intelligence Committee overstepped its bounds in investigating the Obama administration's attempts to use the intelligence community to investigate the Trump campaign's collusion with the Russian hack into the Democrats' emails, which the FBI is investigating in order to find out whether the House Intelligence Committee overstepped its bounds in investigating the Obama administration. The head of the House committee, meanwhile, has stepped down pending an investigation. At the same time, many in press are investigating why the press never investigated the Obama administration's investigation of the Trump campaign, but continues to investigate the Trump administration's investigation into whether the Obama administration investigated the Trump campaign, which is now under investigation in the Senate, causing several investigators to call for an independent investigation into the House investigation of the Senate investigation of the Trump administration, which is meanwhile investigating the Obama administration, which was on a yacht in the Bahamas at the time, dancing to the musical stylings of Drake's Hotline Bling. Mr. Drake is not currently under investigation. Now, to be clear, an independent investigation into the Senate investigation of the House investigation of the Obama investigation into the Trump campaign could expand the investigation into an investigation of Russia's investigation of the emails that were under investigation by the FBI, which was in turn under investigation by the NSA, who have been investigating everybody in a surveillance program that's still under investigation. If that were to happen, there would no doubt be calls for a full investigation into all the other investigations. So it's easy to see that the firing of James Comey will have to be investigated to ensure it doesn't in any way curtail the important business of government, which is investigating. Just thank God the government's not actually governing. Then we'd all be in real trouble. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.
He's good.
That was good.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of comedy this hour.
Good. Just lighten it up.
I was going to ask you, we're listening to a JFK clip. Got anything new that you're looking into in the last couple of weeks? Because we didn't get to see you last Friday.
As far as JFK, no, but I've got other stuff going on, with the bioweapon they're erroneously calling Morgellons. I'm one of millions. I used to get emails from people from all over the world back when I had a YouTube channel before they deleted all 4 of them.
Because they don't want people to know about Morgellons.
No, about the bioweapon they call Morgellons. Morgellons was a 17th century French disease of hypertoxicity, because one of the largest industries back then was the staining of glass for cathedrals, which involved using mercury and lead. And they would just dump the stuff out because they didn't know how hazardous it was. And the same dirt the kids would play in. Next thing you know, kids have weird fibers popping out of their heads. So they never connected the two, but recently it's been connected. That was the real Morgellons disease. But I've been looking into that and some other weird stuff going on, but it's stuff I really can't talk about yet, but I'm working on it.
Well,
I'm still intrigued, as you are, with JFK. I mean, there's no question we were lied to. There was a conspiracy. The House, I forget what they called it, but then the House Committee of Investigations said without a doubt there were, I think, 5 gunshots. So we know there was a conspiracy. The only question left to me is I want to know who were on the teams, and I want to know the ones who pulled the trigger, particularly the last headshot.
There are some documented. Let me grab this call. We'll pause there. Good afternoon. Who's this?
Hey, it's Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm well. I just wanted to maybe put something else that you might want to look into, Terry.
Okay.
Why is it that Alabama Power has bought a full advertising campaign telling everybody that they've frozen their rates?
Yeah, I said that when Eddie was here after one of their commercials. It's exactly what I said.
Because if they've frozen their rates, then I should see that on my power bill, right?
Yeah, you would think, yes.
You would think, but no. They're trying to inform people, and because they're playing it on Blue Water stations, they're trying to inform smart people that they've frozen their rates. So there's something off about that.
I agree.
All right, fellas, y'all have a good one.
Thank
you, Kyle. And here's another call. Good afternoon.
Well, Mr. Budell.
Hey, James, how are you?
And Terry Adams.
Hello,
How you guys
Jamesy.
today?
How are you, Jamesy?
I'm okay.
Good.
I mean, I heard you say you were going to do some comedy, so I thought I would call in.
Well, no.
Good. Tell us some jokes. What's the best joke you've heard?
I'm not sure I have a joke prepared.
Well, that's not good.
I will piggyback. That's the word. Off of your last caller. I've heard that same commercial.
Alabama.
My I'm sorry. This wonderful landline has become not so wonderful, but I've heard on other networks that the state of Alabama Power, we have some of the highest rates in the South.
I've heard that too.
If not across the country.
Well, I can't validate it, but I've heard it.
And so, well, I've actually heard that on this network, no less.
Ooh.
Other individuals. So we'll just leave it at that.
I wouldn't know. I'm a renter, so I haven't seen an electric bill since I left my last house.
Oh, well, some of us are more fortunate than others, right, Mr.
I am more fortunate in this particular regard, I guess, yeah.
Well, the thing about freezing the rates is what are they going to do when I think it's a 2-year period. What are they doing when that 2-year period is over?
Raise the rates.
And whose money are they spending to advertise and brainwash those of us that can be brainwashed?
Well, you know the answer to that. It's our money.
Of course. So, I mean, the level of frustration that comes along with that, and see, that's where we have to stay grounded in the word Habakkuk. That's what I would offer to anyone that is concerned as evil prospers, or as evil appears to prosper.
Oh, money changers.
Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me something. I'm on a pivot right here. By any chance, have you had a chance to read any of a certain book?
Me?
Oh,
yes, yeah. I have. I have read a lot of a certain book. Very well done. I like it.
Okay. And the photographs help a little, right?
Photographs. I haven't seen photographs. Are photographs in
yeah,
the book?
Oh,
Believe
yeah.
it or not, I don't first go to the photographs. I actually start reading.
If you look at page 4 and 5, this the photo directory, and maybe you can encourage Mr. Budell to read a copy of this same book that he has.
I don't have time to read.
Off to him. Yeah, that's true. He has his time is very demanding.
I'm reading right now while you're talking. I'm going through. I have a mountain of crap here that I have to try and plow through to see if there's anything worth saving for a future show.
A mountain of crap.
I'm glad that I'm being helpful. I mean, I'm assuming I'm being helpful. Should I put that feather in my cap?
You may place the feather.
Okay. You guys have a nice Friday and a wonderful weekend.
That's it. Always good to hear from you.
Oh well, I can continue to babble, but I'm some people's patience is not what yours is, Terry.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, according to what I'm reading, Alabama Power Company does not have the highest rates. The highest rate, and you're going to find this hard to believe.
In the Southeast.
In the Southeast, no, we don't have the high. Well, actually, we do. We have rates higher than Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida. Yeah, Tennessee. Our rates are higher.
See, Florida's got everything going on, don't they?
Yep, the highest rate in the country is in California.
Imagine. And since we're telling jokes, all right?
Yes.
57, do we fall? I realize there's 50, but one of our presidents did not. Are we in the top 25 or?
I don't know because they don't list them that way. They're giving me a map with different colors, and I have to put my mouse over it to see what the rate is.
I got you.
I hate those things.
I do too.
So I guess you need a spreadsheet, right, to make your list?
I would love to have a spreadsheet. Looks like Tennessee's got the lowest rate in the Southeast.
Tennessee, another tax-free state that everyone wants to go to. Keep Hollywood out.
Yep.
Because they will turn
you guys have a nice weekend.
Thank you,
and I'll be in touch, man.
All right. Because they'll turn it into a crap hole before you know it.
California's twice as much.
Oh, yeah.
Rate. Oh, my God.
California's twice as much for everything.
Yeah.
This is not
it's crazy.
Really new. I remember visiting my sister, the physicist, out there.
It's a beautiful state.
After her baby was born.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I spent years of time, working with the band and everything else. And it's a wonderful place, especially coming from Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
The climate was, I couldn't believe it was February and 75 degrees outside.
Perfect weather.
But even then, going to the grocery store, I was going to make one of my special dishes, a seafood lasagna. And I was looking at what I was paying for stuff. And it was, even then, it was about 50% higher than what I was used to in Florida.
That's crazy.
So that's, now the most beautiful state in the world has lost more people than any other state because they cannot deal with the taxes. And that includes a lot of, like Mark Thiel. But he didn't go to a red state. He went to frickin' Argentina.
Wow.
Don't ask me why. All right, off to the traffic dungeon. Richard's forecast. There's some comedy coming up this hour, too.
Well, traffic continues to build this afternoon. We're seeing a lot more cars out on the road right now, like mostly moderate traffic around the area. We do have a new accident, Mobile Highway. This is going to be in the vicinity of Highway 80, right near the old Winn-Dixie store there. Please use caution. And we still have that 3-vehicle accident on Ann Street on the ramp to I-85 southbound. You'll have to swing out around it to get up onto 85. Keep it here. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off on a new Armada, up to $5,000 on a Nissan Frontier. And the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan exit 212 on 5625 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's a weather pattern that's become very familiar to you over the last few days. We still have this tropical flow right off the Gulf. So for today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I think the amount of sunshine will be limited, very humid, highs in the middle 80s, and the stage is set for more scattered random showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours each day, lows at night right around 70. Then I think the storms start to thin out in number as June begins on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know, go.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles, drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet, and the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
This is Bob. Bob is a normal guy. He has a good job. He works hard to provide for his family. And he tries to keep himself informed on current events. There's just one problem. I don't think President Obama is doing a very good job. Bob is a racist. There's nothing worse than having a racist around saying hateful things. I don't think it's unreasonable for people to have to show ID when they go vote. Whoa, Bob, slow down with the bigotry for just a minute. People like Bob are still very upset that there's a black man in the White House. As a result, they oppose President Obama's policies, not because they're bad policies, but because they just don't like black people. How could anyone oppose such great policies? They're awesome and are working super well. But how do I talk about my political beliefs without being a racist? Let's give Bob a few pointers on how not to be racist. Did you know that under President Obama, more people are on food stamps than ever before? Bob, that's racist. Just because something is true doesn't mean that it's not bigoted. But how can something be racist if it's true? That's a racist question. We need to secure our southern border to stem the tide of illegal immigration. Racist! Calling undocumented workers illegal simply because they're here illegally is proof that you hate Mexicans. My adopted son is Mexican. Doesn't matter, still racist. I see.
I like Barack Obama. He's a light-skinned African American with no Negro dialect.
Now that's racist. Nope, not so fast there, Bob. It's only racist if it's said by someone who doesn't support President Obama and his policies. Susie is a Democrat, so it's okay if she says it. That doesn't make any sense. Sure it does. A liberal can't be racist. It's not possible because liberals support the things that are good for the black community. So a conservative and a liberal can say exactly the same thing, but only the conservative is racist for saying it. Now you're getting it, Bobby. For example, when a conservative politician says something that's not directly racist, but is construed that way by liberals, he loses his job, like Majority Leader Trent Lott. But when a Democrat in the same position turns out to be a former Klansman, like Majority Leader Robert Byrd, he's a liberal hero! It's all starting to make sense now, so I can say all sorts of racist stuff as long as I vote for the right people. Right, so if Susan says,
I am so proud of myself for voting in the first African American president in 2008.
her statement has no racial implications whatsoever. But if someone says,
I voted for Barack Obama last time, but I'm thinking about voting for Mitt Romney this year,
that person is totally racist. Hold on a second. How can someone who voted for Barack Obama the first time be racist just because they don't vote for him this time? They obviously didn't care about his skin color before. Sometimes people don't realize that they're racist until later. How can someone become racist in 4 years? That's a clown question, bro. I'm so confused. I don't want to see the country go down the toilet, but I also don't want the people at work to think I'm a racist. Well, remember, Bob, if the country is ruined, you can always blame it on George W. Bush. You're right. I'm going to vote for Barack Obama because I'm not a racist. Way to go, Bobby. Remember, racism in the workplace is never cool.
I'm Barack Obama, and I've never seen this ad. Didn't even know it existed.
Well, we were making progress until he came along, didn't he?
Yeah.
The great uniter.
The great unite. If they would just leave everybody alone, I think it would be all right.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. But you see, racial harmony does not benefit certain people politically.
Exactly right.
And they want nothing to do with it.
You're correct, sir.
All right, I'm going to go into stand-up send-off mode. You got any comedians you prefer?
Oh, I love Carlin, man. You know that.
Ah, Carlin. We've got to get some Carlin on, yes. In fact, I've found some new clips, but I have to check them for language because, as we all know, George could...
He's colorful from time to time with this language.
Let's see. The commercial in Alabama is cheaper, so run a business out of your home to save 3%. Oh, that's on the least expensive states. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Mark, if you could give me just a little more.
You must be talking about power rates.
Well, it's 525. We've been kind of lucky. You know, the state that's growing fastest per capita is South Carolina.
I love South Carolina. We go there quite often. That's where Lynn's lone remaining sibling lives.
What part of South Carolina?
Middle, Greenville.
I've driven through there a bunch of times. Yeah. I may have even stopped there for cigarettes to see if they were cheaper.
Yeah, they may be. I don't know. They don't have cameras like we have. I can tell you that.
I remember one time I was connecting on a flight in Charlotte, and I remember asking somebody in TSA, is there a place you can go smoke? And she says, honey, you are in North Carolina, the tobacco capital of the world. So you will always be able to smoke here. Well, guess what? That didn't actually turn out to be true.
They didn't have a room in the airport.
No, in fact, I don't think any airports have smoking areas now.
I know Atlanta.
And then they wonder why people, I mean, it seems like there's brawls in every airport on a constant basis, although maybe fewer since Spirit Airlines stopped flying. Thank you, Elizabeth Warren, for that. Did you hear what she did?
No.
That shrieking, that shrill. What is wrong with the people of Massachusetts that you keep sending her in there? She decided, along with some of her libtard colleagues, that Spirit Airlines and JetBlue, they wanted to merge.
Mm-hmm.
But which would have given them 15% of the market. But she decided, no, that's an antitrust violation. You can't have that. That's right. That's a monopoly. 15% in the libtardian mathematical equation is a monopoly. So she blocked the merger and boasted about it on social media. And now 17,000 people are out of a job. And where's Elizabeth Warren? She's coming up with another cockamamie scheme, another shrill speech about some bizzle schmizzle. And it's getting really, really old. But you watch, if she's up for re-election,
yeah,
she'll win.
Well, I'm showing Idaho has the lowest power rates, and I have to correct myself. California, a captive audience in Hawaii.
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
Nope.
I've known people. I knew a guy that took a job with KPOI, the radio station there.
Mm-hmm.
Very famous radio station. Was excited to get together. We're moving to Hawaii. We're going to love it. You know, it's paradise, right? He lasted about 4 months.
Yeah.
Because you experience this, not everybody, but some people there experience the syndrome of isolation. Because when you think about it, you're 6 hours from the closest coast.
Correct.
And after a while, the charm wears off and you realize, wow, I'm kind of stuck.
You really are.
So, and I've always wanted to see Pearl Harbor. Because count me among those who believe that Roosevelt let the attack happen.
Yeah, he
because he knew he needed to get engaged in World War II, but the country would not let him do it unless we had a good reason.
Yep.
And that gave us the best reason.
Correct. The intelligence told him where the Armada was.
The thing is, we were attacked in Hawaii, but his first orders, or a good deal of them, were directing actions against Germany. Because Hitler insanely declared war on us and gave him an easy...
What an idiot. If he had let his generals manage the war, which is what they did, what they should have been doing, then we probably would be speaking German right now.
There's a PBS-produced documentary called How Hitler Lost the War.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, look at the technology. They had V-2 rockets.
Yep.
Jets.
Yep.
They were ahead of the world on everything, but they were run by a megalomaniac who could not make rational decisions.
Yep.
And who threatened to kill anybody that challenged them. Look at how many assassinations. Did you ever see Valkyrie with Tom Cruise?
Yes, yeah.
It's a good movie.
Von Stauffenberg's failed attempt, yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing. When you become a socialist nation, nobody trusts anybody. And by the way, the Nazis were the National Socialist Party of Germany.
That's right.
So hand that off to the next person that complains about your conservative.
You know, Stalin was so much.
Yes.
Well, traffic continues to build this afternoon. We're seeing a lot more cars out on the road right now, like the mostly moderate traffic around the area. We do have a new accident, Mobile Highway. This is going to be in the vicinity of Highway 80. Right near the old Winn-Dixie store there. Please use caution. And we still have that 3-vehicle accident on Ann Street on the ramp to I-85 southbound. You'll have to swing out around it to get up onto 85. Keep it here. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off on a new Armada, up to $5,000 on a Nissan Frontier. And the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a Thursday morning shooting that seriously injured a man. The incident happened just before 2 a.m. in the 3700 block of Norman Bridge Road, where an adult male was wounded by gunfire. The unidentified victim was taken to a nearby hospital in serious condition. No word on suspect or motive. The Montgomery Police Department is issuing a correction after incorrectly stating a pedestrian struck by a vehicle Friday night was killed. On Thursday, MPD confirmed 28-year-old James Cornelius Moorer is still alive. Moorer was hit by a car the night of May 22nd on Troy Highway. He is now in stable condition and continues to recover from his injuries in a local hospital. The Wetumpka YMCA unveiled its freshly remodeled and expanded facility on Thursday. The completed renovations will allow for more programs, fitness classes, and much larger participation. An all-new Y-Town for children features a hands-on replica of a real city where children can play, explore, and learn. The Wetumpka YMCA serves over 5,000 people each year. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Hey, this is Ashley, owner of Pest Pro Services, and I want to help you take back your yard. We protect your outdoor space from mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks so you can enjoy being outside. We treat where mosquitoes live and breed with pro-level care, which means fewer bites, more time outside, and a backyard ready for fun. Give us a call at 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 and follow us on Facebook at Pest Pro Services. And remember, when you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Bowen Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your option. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's a weather pattern that's become very familiar to you over the last few days. We still have this tropical flow right off the Gulf. So for today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I think the amount of sunshine will be limited, very humid, highs in the middle 80s, and the stage is set for more scattered random showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours each day, lows at night right around 70. Then I think the storms start to thin out in number as June begins on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
5:36. It is happy hour, and we're going to put some happy in happy hour with some stand-up. And I asked Terry, what would you like? And he said George Carlin.
Always.
But you've heard everything that I've got recorded into the system, so I found some new stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, George Carlin's death-related bills. George Carlin on dying and organ donor cards, on things that bug him, and on people he can do without. It's a triple header.
So that'll be good. Yep, exactly. Literally. Looking for parts. That's right.
All right. By the way, while I queue up the next cut, if you go shopping at Food Outlet this weekend, look for this Bluebell ice cream on sale. Black raspberry fudge. It's their newest flavor.
Sounds good.
I'm cleaning up in here and
yes, you are.
Trying to diminish the debris pile. And I wanted to make sure we mentioned that before we continued with our Carlomania.
Carlomania. Ooh.
And now the people that George Carlin can do without.
Amen. Ooh. Ooh.
All right, we got time for another one.
That was good.
Freedom of choice.
The only two parts of American life not protected by the free speech provisions of the First Amendment to the Constitution. I'd like to repeat that because it sounds vaguely important. The FCC, an appointed body, not elected, answerable only to the president, decided on its own that radio and television were the only two parts of American life not protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution. And why did they decide that? Because they got a letter from a minister in Mississippi. A Reverend Donald Wildman in Mississippi heard something on the radio that he didn't like. Well, Reverend, did anyone ever tell you there are two knobs on the radio? But hey, Reverend, there are two knobs on the radio. One of them turns the radio off, and the other one changes the station. It's called freedom of choice, and it's one of the principles this country was founded upon. Look it up in the library, Reverend, if you have any of them left when you finish burning all the books.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
I remember the
Carlin's-
Reverend Wildman.
Yeah, Donald Wyman, I did too.
I wish I could play the actual with the words.
Yeah, that's his famous, the words
Seven
you
Words
can't say on the
air.
radio.
Mhm. And maybe we'll close tonight with George Carlin on saying goodbye. And I have to make an apology again. I need to put a little sign up here. When we're on YouTube and we're playing things through the computer, there's a second button that has to be pressed on the board. So I apologize to everybody who missed a good chunk of that Carlin connection there.
Yeah, they don't need to make it.
I am so sorry. I want to thank my friend Don for pointing that out. I'm pretty good at keeping up with messages in real time. So if you hear something like that, just let me know. I may not get it that instant, but eventually I'll catch up to my own mistakes.
It'll get gotten. But how about that?
It'll get gotten. Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day should be I think that's going to be a huge movie. And with the recent release of government files on aliens, unexplained phenomena, what do you think is going to come from all of this?
Nothing. I don't think they're going to, the pertinent stuff they're not about to tell us. You know, back before we went to the moon, they went to one of their think tanks, the Brookings Institute, and said, okay, what's going to happen when we send guys to the moon and say they land and they're greeted by six-legged, four-headed beings, whatever. The Brookings Institute said, if you find extraterrestrial life, under no circumstances do you tell the people. Because if you do, all the foundations that we are founded upon, religion, science, everything's going to collapse. So do not tell the people, and they haven't told us. I don't think they're going to.
Well, I can see it being a tough call, but we had, I would, if I could remember specifically where to find the clip, a couple of guys who claimed they were former CIA. Maybe I did play it for you the last time you were here.
You did.
They said that they have basically been able to divide it down into 4 species.
Yes, that are on regularly visiting the planet.
Now, obviously they can fly, but they can't fly too well if they're always crashing.
Well, we figured out how to send up certain frequencies that throws them off, is what I've read.
Really?
Yes. Makes them wobble.
So we do have people actively like protecting us from unknown.
I don't know that they're protecting us. I don't know. I don't think that's their main goal. I think their main goal is crash and retrieval. We know that's been happening a lot if you believe the stuff that's out there.
Well, I count me among those who believe that Wright-Patterson Air Force Base has the bodies.
Yes. Hey, we have
Keep
a
them
call.
somewhere. Let's grab it. Good afternoon. Who's this?
This is Jeff.
Jeff, welcome. What can we do for you?
Well, I'm watching on YouTube. I just wanted to call and remind you to share the clip.
Share the clip.
I appreciate that. I did catch it at the end, thanks to another astute listener, and I humbly apologize for the error on my part.
Okay, bro.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. You know, the big story, Greg, is that, was it Truman or Eisenhower? I think it was Truman supposedly met with an alien faction.
Really?
At one of the Air Force bases, yes. And they wanted to abduct just a few humans, and they said they would return them with their memories erased and with not being harmed. In exchange, they would give us advanced technology. So Truman said, well, I need to get with the Joint Chiefs, figure all this out. So they left, and then next thing you know, these groups that are known as the Nordics, that are really tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, I think it's what the Nazis refer to as Aryans.
Yeah.
Supposedly, they came and met with him and said, look, the people you just met with, they are not who they claim to be. So Eisenhower said, or Truman, whichever it was, said, well, will you give us the same deal? Will you give us advanced weapons? And they looked at him and said, you can't handle what you have now.
Wow.
And the big story that's just consistent all across everything, every conspiracy theory, and I hate using that word, but every one you ever read is, now that we've discovered nuclear weapons, they're a little concerned. Or as Crawdad said famously many years ago, it's like the kids have found the matches. So now they're visiting us more to make sure we don't blow ourselves and them up, because they're a little concerned. That's the story.
That's a very interesting take.
It is, and I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've read.
Hey, that's why we have you on, because you're perpetually curious and you come across things that most of us don't. But let me just say this. If some of this sounded like, well, it's a little too out there for me, there are so many things happening today that this man told us about 15 years ago. 15.
Yeah.
So I no longer skepticize, if that's a word.
Well, but
Terry
I draw the line where I can't personally vouch for something.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen an alien. I've got pictures of things in the sky that I don't know what they are.
Right.
I didn't see them when I took the picture, but they're there. But I've never had an encounter. I've obviously never been abducted. I've never seen an alien, so I don't know if they're real or not. I have no idea. Only when I see it with my own eyes will I believe it.
Well, that's how a lot of people operate, but I appreciate that you, through your own standard, require more evidence, which is good. Hey, I wanted to thank all the listeners who came to Smoky Notes, Northeastern Boulevard last night, where the It'll Do Tavern used to be. It's
Yeah, that's what that used to be. Yeah.
redone the interior and filled it with some awesome food.
Well, we'll be there next week.
We had a nice turnout, and we hope you'll join us there again when we do our next visit to Smoky Notes. The food was excellent. Great barbecue. I tried the brisket melt. I made the right choice. Absolutely love their fries.
Oh, their briskets to die for.
The deep fried mushrooms were sensational, and everybody in the group was raving about something. The baked beans, whatever it is, their sides are awesome. The cabbage with a little spice and some sausage, that's a great side. Find out for yourself. Visit SmokyNotes.com and visit them on Northeastern Boulevard. And please mention us when you do that.
Yes.
Mayday, Mayday, may I have your attention? I want to announce that Pizza Perfect in May, you can buy a large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for only $10. You already know that Pizza Perfect has the best pizza buffet in town, including spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13 at lunch and dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday all day. In May, buy any large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for $10. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook. Available for pickup and delivery.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At eBike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. eBike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by eBike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Attention River Region business owners. Local counties are now inspecting and enforcing backflow prevention requirements. Headley Plumbing is fully certified to install, repair, and test backflow preventers, helping you stay compliant and avoid costly violations. We've been serving the River Region for decades with dependable professional service you can trust. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the River Region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well, there are some subjects that are only 50% universal because of the sexual differences. Urinals are 50% universal. Most women have seen a urinal. They will look at one time. One time. We guys have to work them. But there's nothing to do with the urinal. You stare straight ahead of you. What do you see? Standard, Crane, American Standard. You got to kill the time. First thing you do is you inscribe your initials on the urinal. Then they run a little bit, then you wet down the entire urinal. Wet down, entire urinal.
Cover all of the dry spots. Got to get them all. Everyone. You got to look. See if the light is shining. Then, and only then, are you allowed to go after these cigarettes at the bottom of the urinal. Camels and Luckies were easy, but a Kent with a micronite filter takes 3 guys and a keg of beer. Come on, guys.
By the way, if they have no choice, women know how to use a urinal, and I saw it.
Yeah.
The worst fan behavior I've ever seen at a concert, and it's not even a close second. Number 1, Garth Brooks at the Miami Arena, which had fewer female bathrooms than men. The entire crowd, and I don't know what Garth was on, but the entire crowd was drunk. I saw several people arrested. All of it was domestic violence related. Men pushing women down, and it was sickening. Like, here, this guy, isn't he supposed to be like Mr. Wholesome?
Supposed to be, yes.
Anyway, with the lack of restrooms for women, they couldn't hold it. They were coming into the men's room, and they figured out a way to get over the urinal, let it go, and get out. They just did it. When it gets to that point, if you got to go, you got to go, and they figured out a way.
Reminds me of the famous picture of Bianca Jagger straddling a urinal. Yeah, Mick Jagger's wife.
So long ago.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's just something I remember. Yeah. It was...
How about George Carlin on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Oh, this ought to be.
The first time the child hears lyrics are nursery rhymes. That's their first introduction to bizarre behavior. You've thought about your nursery rhymes? They're all on obvious various drug experiences. I got to thinking of this one night when the word Snow White just passed my mind. I thought, Snow White, right. Try to figure, you know. I didn't know whether it was smack or coke, and I thought, well, can't be smack, too much housework to do with those 7 little devils around. The 7 dwarves were each on different little trips. Happy was into grass and grass alone. Sleepy was into reds. Grumpy, too much speed. Sneezy was a full-blown coke freak. Doc was a connection. Dopey was into everything. And then, the one we always forget because he was bashful. Bashful didn't use drugs. He was paranoid on his own.
All right, and as we wrap up, George Carlin on Saying Goodbye. Maybe we'll learn something from this one.
And we have a lot of ways to say goodbye, too. We've figured out all kinds of ways to say goodbye. We say bye-bye, so long, see you later, take it easy, be cool, hang loose, stay in there. You know what my favorite one is? Don't get run over. Well, some people need practical advice, you know? And some guys will say to you, hey, have a good one. I say, hey, I already have a good one. Then you have all the foreign ways to say goodbye. You know, some people, when they leave you, they think they got to get tricky. And they'll whip an arrivederci on you. Or an au revoir, or auf Wiedersehen, or adios, or aloha. That's a nice one, isn't it? Aloha. They say that in Hawaii, of course, and that means hello and goodbye. Which just goes to show if you spend enough time in the sun, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Now I say farewell. Farewell till we meet again. Peace be with you. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Or you can say goodbye in a realistic manner. So long, Steve. Don't let self-doubt interfere with your plans to improve your life. Well, some people need practical advice.
All right, George Carlin. Terry, thanks for suggesting that. Nice way.
Yeah, may the saxophone of life blow you nothing but cool notes, Mr. Budell.
And many happy returns.
Yes.
All right. Our thanks to Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. We added somebody to the Clark's Club on the morning show that's easy to qualify for. Just call up in the morning. You have to go on the air. Just give Jay Scott your first initial and last name, and you'll be in that drawing.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Indeed. and that is worth $180, and you should get that much more back on lowered electric costs with an efficiently running system. Clark's 277-2125, clarkcomfort.com, Alabama certification number 09098. This will be our final traffic update for the week.
Well, my goodness, throughout the afternoon, we've had an accident on the ramp from Ann Street to I-85 South. Finally got some folks there helping those folks out. We do have police on the scene. The ramp is open, but you'll have to swing out to the left around the accident to get on the ramp to 85 southbound. And on Highway 80 at Highway 31 near the Winn-Dixie, we have an accident there that is still hanging on. Everywhere else, light to mostly moderate traffic. We're busy around the area. At McKinnon Toyota, you can get a new Toyota 4Runner